Hello guys, I hope you're having a great afternoon, Sunday afternoon, relaxing Sunday afternoon. And now I'm just going to give you a quick shop tour of my new shop, my new workshop here in Caloocan. So let's go. All right, so first, this is my center workstation, the most important tool in my shop, my Ryobi table saw. It's an old one. And I built this cabinet back in my old shop in Cavite. And yes, so I got this crosscut sled, box joint jigs, and this dust collection drawer back here. In total tools, thank you so much for this cap, that's very good. This is my workbench. This is where the magic happens. Okay, so this is a torsion box design workbench, and it's just made of simple plywood and uh, palochina or pine wood legs. So I weighed it down with toolboxes, very heavy toolboxes, and I keep my screws here, commonly used screws. I also have my drill bits, rags, sandpaper. That's a heavy duty extension cord given to me by a friend from Davao. Thank you so much, Sir Joe, for that. So I love that extension cord. This one is my broom and dustpan. I use this to clean the top of my workbench. This is an experiment of mine. I'm trying to build a Craig jig system. So I'm gonna show that later when I finish with it. This one is very cool. This is my woodworking vise. I bought this used from Sir Harry Fanner, okay, and it's a great little vise. I really love this. So I built the table around this vise, so it's really great. Hoyoma 12-volt cordless drill. That's a very good drill, very cheap, but it's awesome. So if you're looking for a cheap cordless drill, I would give this very good recommendation. All right, here are my clamp bar clamps back here, spring clamps. These are big mouth vice grip clamps that I use for my Craig R3. These are my corner clamps back here, DIY, and also my C clamps. So let's go around. Let's look at the tool wall. This big tool wall right here. Let's start first here. This is my vintage cassette player. Still works. Okay, this is my Dremel inside the bag. Dremel accessories. I got my glue here, Titebond, Elmer's, Stickwell, Shellwood. Also my lemon oil and contact cement, WD-40, and all those things. These are my screws, special screws that I use if I need some special screws. I usually look here. Saws that I don't usually use, hack saws, and this nice distance saw given to me by Sir Alfred, which is really nice. And this one is, these are the personal protection equipment, the respirator and the ear muffs. I have goggles up there. And these are my table saw accessories, push sticks, miter gauge, and the like. So some vice grips and also this big square. And here is the tool wall. So this is the tool wall. I got my pens, sharpeners here, pencils. I just screwed this holder in the wall back here. Here are the commonly used tools that I have: pliers, adjustable ratcheting wrenches, my Fujima tape measures, bevel gauges, homemade. These are made by my dad, my father. It's very nice. Calipers. This one, square. Also up there are my hammers. So these two, I made this myself. So the mallet, the wooden mallets, I just made that using junk, scrap wood. Okay. Here are my big Scheider clamps. I call them Scheider because the color scheme is like Scheider. Okay. And I got more spring clamps, plastic spring clamps here. Also my chisels. These are the good chisels that I usually use. These four ones are antiques. This one is a new one. And this is my back saw Stanley and my distance saw, which I don't really use. Okay, so these two saws are good for display only. I don't use them at all. Okay, scraper, screwdrivers, files. This is my marking knife. I made this a few months ago and I still use it. It's very good. Smaller screwdriver, smaller files back there. Here are my planes. This one, the bigger one, is my Gross JP pipe. It's a very good plane. This one is a vintage one. This is a Stanley number 4, and this is from my father. And I just put a new blade and I restored it, and it works really well. This small mouse plane that I use a lot, and that is a low-angle block plane. This is a Japanese marking gauge, yes. And these are my Japanese saws. I got the Ryobas, Dosukis. I really love using the Japanese saws. That's why I never use those Western saws, because I usually use Japanese saws. They are more, I think they're more efficient than the Western saws, and they cut really fast. That's the sign that I made using my scroll saw and what's this? Marine 1/2 plywood. This is my transformer step down. So this is what I use to power my 110-volt tools around the house, around the shop. These are my cordless drills I have here. So these are my chargers up there, and these are just drill bits and accessories. This is my belt sander, which I built a platform so that I can use it like this, or I can also use it standing up, standing on its side, or upside down. So that's a very good tool. I bought this from the Japan surplus, very cheap. This is my Fujima drill press. It's a new one actually. So I just bought this back in December. These are my drill bits. Commonly used drill bits, so Forstner bits, hole saws, the Craig R3, sanding bits, more drill bits. This is a Makita impact driver. I converted this to accept DeWalt batteries, and I just use this for my Craig drill bit. Yes. So accessories, more stuff here. Supplies and the like, everything that doesn't belong in my shop, I just put that there. This one, this is a steel stand for water jugs, so I'm gonna use that as my wood storage area when I have more wood. Okay, so here are my tripods, seats. Oh, I forgot to show you my miter saw. This is my miter saw right here. This is an old school one. This is a Craftsman miter saw. This is vintage, and it's got a solid cast iron base. At the bottom, I got my wet wheel that I used to sharpen my chisels. That's my small cut-up saw. Also, this is my bench grinder. 6-inch bench grinder, powerhouse. So I got that back in the last December, and it's a good tool. And also my metalworking vise back here. This is my dust collection system. This is a shop back hang up, and I got this Teen Bappel separator, DIY. I just built this using the plans that I saw on the internet, and it works really well. This is my scroll saw, and I keep my wood back here. It's stuck here. I'm planning to put these things there in my stand in the future. I got my books. These are my woodworking books. Here is the fire extinguisher. Very important if you got a shop like this one. You have to have a fire extinguisher, a fire axe, bolt cutters, just for safety. This is my restroom. This is the first cabinet, and this one I keep the tools that I don't really use, the hand tools. So these are my backup hand tools. You can see I have a lot. So this came from my father, and he's a very big tool collector. So if I needed something, I just open this. Maybe I can find something here that I can use. This one is given to me by Sir Alfred. I'm gonna fix this in the future. I'm gonna convert that. So at the bottom, I got my chemicals, the paints and other things, other chemical stuff. Also my very small compressor. This cabinet contains my power tools. So I got my routers, saws, sanders, extension cords, planers, the drills, grinders, everything that I don't usually use. I put them here because I like using battery powered tools. So all these corded ones, they just go here. And I use them when I need them. So that cabinet also contains more tools. Okay. Here are my levels, measuring rulers, big rulers, everything here. It's my electric fan. On top, I got my paint, my brushes, and everything. Those boxes contains books, more books. This is my computer table. This is very dusty. That's my laptop and printer. Some toolbox that I don't know what to do to use. Okay, so this is my entertainment center, multimedia center. So this is the stereo that I use to play music in my shop. I just plug it in my cell phone with this one, and it plays very well. These are my CDs. Yeah, it's my Hoyoma bench. I use this when I'm working outside. And this is the outside of my shop. This is our laundry. This is where we hang our laundry, wet laundry. But when there's nothing here, I use this as another workshop. If I want to cut stuff using the circular saw, I do it here. Okay guys, so that's the small tour of my shop. You see, I still have a lot of work in progress, but I'm still, working, and maybe in the future I can give you another shop tour and I can show you more improvements in my shop. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys again on 11/9 Woodworks.